welcome back to my channel. Hobbit is walking my racehorse round in the background around the parade ring. So today I always get requests for giving you guys exercises to do with your horses, and seeing as we're now in lockdown, day 2 of lockdown in England, I'm not exactly sure what's going on around the rest of the world, but I know pretty much everybody is affected by COVID-19 obviously, so I thought why not test out some exercises for you guys to do at home, and hopefully we can keep ourselves entertained and also still training with our horses. So today I have got an exercise that I found half of it off the internet. I've never done this one before, and I thought why not test out for you guys so we can see if it's actually worth doing or not. Exercise, I found half of it off of the internet and I thought why not just double it. So the half I found was, say, this side here. You've got the orange jump and that green jump up there. They're not very big, they're just small uprights. You could do whatever height you want, but I'd suggest keeping them small because it's very twisty, this exercise. So I then thought, let's, get symmetry, let's double this, let's make it into a butterfly. So I then added the exact same on the other side of the arena. I've got a 20 by 40 meter arena, and I think it squeezes in all right. I don't know until I ride it, it's gonna be quite tricky. So you'll see it's almost like having two related distance here. They are set out at 4 pony strides apart. So I do like 4 of my strides for each stride, and then for pony I do 2 for takeoff and then 1 for landing. So it's a little bit shorter. For a horse you're probably going to want 2 for takeoff, 2 for landing. And the exercises are, you can kind of do a bit of a variety. So you can start off just doing a nice figure of 8 like through the 2 related distances. You can then try and do kind of like a 10-meter loop. So you could do the orange curving to the green. I think I'll probably have to angle them a little bit. And the final way of doing it is doing the orange round to the blue, or the green to the green, as you can see down there. So a few different options. I think it's probably going to help with like steering, accuracy, and also just getting them to like jump the part of the fence you want them to jump. Obviously if you go cross country, sometimes you have fences where you need to jump like to the left or to the right, and I think certainly on this one where we're curving on the loop, that's going to be the case. I'm going to have to be very accurate with where I'm actually jumping it. One last thing to say as well is that the strides, obviously these are walked out in 4 strides, but each of the curving ones I haven't walked, just because I want to experiment actually riding them, and again, like I was saying, jumping specific parts of the fence to make sure that the striding works. So I've got Bear as my guinea pig pony. Let's get on, see if this exercise works. If it does, you guys can try it at home. They look like they come up very fast.
They will.
Off of the track. It's actually going to be really hard. Bit of a challenge, I think.
I think it will be. One for the ponies as opposed to the great big 17-hand horses.
Yeah. I like cantering around in the diamond. Helps you get your circles a good shape.
That's true. And there's no reason you couldn't just have these as poles on the floor
Well,
even.
I was just about to say that.
For somebody...
It does look quite tight. So yeah, I would say that it might be quite a good way to start.
Just with poles.
Yeah, just the poles, and just get used to your lines, especially if you're on perhaps a greener horse. Obviously Bear's quite well schooled, so I'm hoping she'll be able to manage it.
Famous last words.
Yeah, exactly. But if you're on like a horse that you think that this is a good exercise for it doesn't sort of need the poles, it is a really good one just to be able to set up in your school, because you don't actually need anyone on the ground, because you can do it so small because it is quite tight. It's one that you can just have set up and you can go and do by yourself. You're not going to need someone to do loads of poles for you. I think mine is set at like 70, 75, like they are very small, but I don't think that's going to make it easier, to be honest, because it is, yeah, it looks quite tight. Cantering round, I'm sort of thinking, how am I going to make those lines?
So what would you suggest was the easiest way to start?
Well, I think start with your figure of 8, so obviously warm up over your jumps. So I'll probably just warm bear up over 1, and then I'll do the figure of 8.
Okay, and see how that goes.
Yeah, and that's quite good obviously for your horses that like Jam especially, I struggle to get her to land on the correct lead, so figure of 8 jumping exercise is so good for them because you're asking them to change so much.
Maybe we should do it afterwards, the Jam, because I think that would be very interesting.
Luckily Jam had physio a few days ago, so she can't jump today.
Well, let's save it for tomorrow then. Keep it out.
No, I will definitely keep it out for Jamady because I think it'll be good. Right.
Okay.
Shall I attempt taking bear over a jump? Which is the least spookiest? None of them.
You choose.
Right guys, I got trotting and then have come back to a stop because I really think this looks a lot harder when I'm on the pony than it did when I was joyily setting this exercise up.
Or when it was on the internet.
Yes. When it was on a little diagram on Pinterest, it looked easy. So I think I'm going to challenge you guys to try this too. I'm obviously going to have my attempt now. So the challenge is you've got to do it the figure of 8 way, the 10-meter loop way, and the circle way, which from this angle looks near impossible.
And I don't understand the circle way. What
so
does that
doing
involve?
green to green, say, on a circle, which is just the wrong angle. Have I set this up right? The thing is, I think if you had a bigger arena, it'd obviously be a lot easier because you want them wider.
Yeah, we haven't got a big arena.
No, we haven't got a big arena. And I know like a lot of people won't have
a lot of people
bigger arena or won't have an arena at all. So yeah, I challenge you guys, and we're going to do this on the Challenge Social app. You guys know that I'm a brand ambassador for them, and I feel like that is the perfect place to see all of your responses. So make sure you head over there when this vlog is live. That's going to be live. I will pop my profile link in the description below. And yeah, I want to see your responses because it's not good enough you commenting saying that you did this and it was really easy. I want to see it, okay?
We want evidence.
Yeah, so I'm going to get going now.
Okay.
You guys get planning which horse you're going to do this with. I'm
right, I think we'll warm up over that little green and see how we get on.
Okay.
Good luck.
Thank you. There's nothing stopping you from doing it in trot, is there?
No, and we can put poles on the floor if it's...
I was going to say, if it was me, like, I don't think they'll need poles.
Well,
I think we might need poles.
Yeah, I think maybe it would be a good idea just to ride your lines.
Okay, that is so hard coming off that corner. Wow, this is really testing me. Right, so I need to have a bigger canter. This is actually really good for me. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. Well done.
Good old bear.
Oh God, oh God, oh God, please no.
What happened there?
She was spooking and I wasn't sure if I was going to do it or not. And then I was like, oh, we may as well do it.
Yeah.
Right, I need a better canter. Well done. This is so hard. Okay. How on earth am I going to do the other ones?
You could barely do the figure of 8, which is the easiest one.
I'm out of breath. Okay. So first assessment is we need a better canter. I need a punchier canter for like short and then I need to not let it get away from me too much because when you land you have to turn quite quickly and I want to be trying to go into my corners. So yeah, short bouncy canter, don't let it get away from me too much.
Okay, try the figure of 8 again.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think what I should have done is made the striding shorter because I've done it quite a bold. That's better.
Yeah, that was better. Whoop. That wasn't better.
That was not better. Good.
Whoop.
don't know whether it needs to be shorter because of the nature of the exercise, like because you can't come round in a big canter.
Okay, let me have a look at it. Okay, we've shuffled them in a little bit.
Yeah, I think they were just a bit too bold. I think I'd still walked them quite big, so...
Yeah,
it comes up so fast, you can't have a big canter to go down big related, and you can't land galloping, so...
No. Got to be done in a controlled way. Okay, Ted, let's see if it's a bit more comfortable.
How difficult just the figure of 8 bit is proving. Maybe once I had my stride sorted, would be okay.
Oh. Yeah, still long. That's better.
We can just have it as 5 strides.
That's better.
Yeah, the ball's quite bold.
Yeah, I can shuffle it in a bit more.
Okay, right.
Brilliant.
That was messy, but we did it. The strides don't matter. We can.
We can play around with
It's
this.
quite good to be able to play with the shortening, like getting 4, getting 5, getting 6. That's a different exercise. Okay, next is the loop. I think that's the second easiest. Oh gosh.
Okay, give her a little walk around and we'll try that. You're trying the loop lines now.
Yeah. They just come off the corner so fast. I'm wondering if it'd be better doing it like 3 strides, but then they're all closer. So it's, I don't know. Let's see, guys.
See what happens.
I'm going to cut that corner a little bit.
Oh, very nice.
Right, straight round to the other ones.
Okay.
Yes, that's the... Oh, we trotted. I think the answer is if you cut the corner a bit, but is that cheating?
Yeah, probably. Oh, I don't know.
Oh, God. Oh, dear. So good for getting her jumping on an angle.
Yeah.
No.
Sorry about that. That's a little bit scary.
I want more control now. We're doing it.
Yeah, you're winging it a bit.
Oh, no, come on.
That was good. Right, don't try and cut this one too much. Good girl. Well done.
They were pretty good.
Yep, they were good.
Cross-country rider, eh? Not a show jumper.
Okay, so just the one other lot left to do.
And then I think what we'll try and do is loop it together all as a course. And that'll be the challenge you guys have to show me and submit on Challenge Social. So that you see all 3 together.
But what, one of all 3 or 2 of all 3 or?
No, so I'll do like the figure of 8, then I'll come loop both, and then I'll circle both.
Okay, that sounds like, yep, a good challenge.
So let's try and do the circle first.
Okay, time for green to green on a circle.
That's probably, I mean, I'm going to try and get 3 strides because I want a 2 stride. That's like a blimmin' badminton combination.
Yeah, definitely 3 strides, and it's got to be calm and smooth.
Now I'm going to go wide.
Yeah.
And a short one.
Lovely.
Okay, that wasn't, I wouldn't say lovely, but we did make it. Well done, Ted. Ted is going for a long old related. Good.
Oh,
There you go.
what a clever pony.
We're trying the circle on the left rein. Bear's better rein than the right rein, which is why I did that one first. So keep that in mind when you're doing it, guys. Make it a little bit easier for you and your horsey the first time. Oh, where's my stride? There, apparently.
Good girl.
More time today. This is so fun. Okay, so your course is as follows, guys. As follows. So you need to do your figure of 8. It doesn't really matter which one you want to start over. That's fine, as long as you do all 4. And then you do your 2 loops. They're really easy to do, just going around like the outskirts of the arena. Then you need to do your circle up at the top. then back across as if you're doing another figure of 8, but you only do the 2 jumps, so you change the rein, and then circle down at the bottom with your other jumps on the other rein. Is everyone following me? I'm not sure I'm following me.
Clear as mud.
Excellent. Okay.
It will all become apparent when we watch you, I'm sure.
It will. Now I think this is quite a challenge, because if you've set it out like I have with like a bit of a bold related, it's then you've got the sort of challenge of getting them back to you and getting that like nice short bouncy canter. But I think that's perfect. This is the perfect cross-country exercise because it tests you to go forward and like push them a little bit, and then have to get them back for like a tricky combination, and then push them forward again, and then get them back. I've got a cross-country course in my arena right now. I'm so impressed with this exercise. It's really hard, but I think it's actually gonna be really good. I'm gonna do this a few times over the winter.
Lots of fun.
What I will do with jam is definitely have them a lot smaller, maybe like just little cross poles. In fact, I'll start with poles with jam.
Yeah, and see how we get on.
Yeah.
Well, that'll be interesting to film, because she is definitely going to be find it the trickiest.
Interesting it will be. That's definitely the right word. Right.
Okay.
Without further ado, let's do my course.
Okay, good luck.
Who needs audio where we can just sing it?
I think your singing was a lot better than mine.
Right, I'm doing a circle. I'm getting my canter. This canter, guys, it needs to be a little bit bouncier than my loopy circle one, okay? Good. Okay, right, she aims for her first fence. That corner. Guys, it's all about the corners. Doesn't help that Bear spooks at the other corner. Okay, right.
Now onto the circle. Oh no, the loops. Okay, oh, forgot about those. Woo.
Oh, this is hard.
Right, steady though.
Bear, keep your
Steady, good girl.
Oh my god, no. I'm gonna have to refilm this. Girl's gonna have to refilm this. Doesn't have to be your first attempt, guys.
Are we starting again?
Not yet, no, we're just going. I'm gonna finish, but.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Ooh, that.
Oh my god, that's so difficult. Bear just wanted to trot after every one. She was like, surely we're done now. I was like, no, keep going. Okay, I'm gonna get my breath back.
Okay,
Back. And
try again.
Do that a little bit classier.
Okay, sounds like a plan. Okay, so we're going to do take
Yeah.
2.
I forgot to tell you guys that one was a practice run. I should have mentioned that before. So this is the real deal. This is what is going to be on Challenge Social.
Okay, let's hope it goes well.
It's really hard to not make it really messy. Oh well, it's kind of meant to be messy, but it's very difficult lines. Like these are like advanced eventing lines.
And the thing is, we could do it again in 3 or 4 days' time and see if there's any improvement.
Yeah, I think there will be. I'm just going to get a bit of a better canter. Definitely teaches you to use your corners as well, because you're trying to just like make the most of what space you have.
Every inch of your arena.
Right. Diddling. Shall we just go ahead and start that again?
Right, this is your last chance.
I just can't like. I have to get really tiny to that. Right, let's put another try this. This is better. This is better. No, wait, that was better.
Good girl.
Right, ignore that last bit, guys. It was going to be better.
And Bed just got a little bit keen.
Oh my word.
Good girl, come on. you're starting to look like cross-country rider again.
Well, this is the cross-country lines, Mum.
Okay.
Well done.
Good girl.
Come on, we're so nearly done.
Good girl.
Oh, darling.
Hooray! A clear round. Not too shabby.
Right, I'm going to trot Bear off. I'll have a little debrief. Wasn't my best work, but Mum wants to go in. Okay guys, so there we have my challenge to you. I don't know what to call it, maybe like the diamond jumping challenge. I quite like that. I think that will work. That's what we'll call it. So I challenge you guys to go and do my diamond jumping challenge. Head over to the Challenge Social app. Bear says I am so sweaty and itchy because that's going to be the best way for me to see your challenges. It is still only available in the UK, I'm afraid, but don't worry guys, it is ever expanding. But of course you can try this challenge if you are elsewhere. You'll just have to put it on Instagram or something like that and tag me for me to see it. If you're able to, head over to the Challenge Social app, because that way you can respond to my challenge. You'll find it there. Profile link is in the description below. That way I can just scroll and I'll be able to see all of the responses in one place, which is amazing. It was quite tricky, this one. I would certainly recommend maybe starting with poles just to get your lines. Also, make sure you walk your distances really, really carefully. I was obviously a little bit bold with walking mine because it then meant that I had way too much canter to do my figure of eights and I just could not get her back to do the loops and the circles. So I think, if anything, walk a little bit shorter than you normally would. Another tip is to start small. I mean, you guys might be watching with like a really advanced eventer or show jumper that would find this super easy, but I for one did not find it very easy. Even at 70 centimeters, I was glad it wasn't any bigger because you guys have seen I had a few very hairy moments. So that's another tip. I would say this exercise is amazing just for getting like your control, your turns, also for riding for a stride, because on the curved ones it's obviously not walked and it completely depends where on the fence you jump it as to how the stride's going to come up. So it does really make you think like, right, that's my stride, like I'm going. So in that respect, it kind of did build a bit of confidence because I had to just trust myself and actually go on the stride I'd seen rather than just hope the distance was right or just sort of sit and do nothing. I know I did do that a fair few times. Also an amazing exercise if you're wanting to teach your horse to jump on the angle. And also for Bear, you'll have seen it kind of switched things up a bit. So if you've got a horse that rushes or over jumps, I'm talking about you. Can you be more involved in our conversation, please? This was a really good one because they don't really know where they're going. They do the figure of eight and then they think, right, that's what we're doing. Like, I'm just going to race off to the next one. And then out of nowhere, they're suddenly being asked to like loop back on themselves or circle. And it does just constantly keep their brains thinking, which I really loved about it. I'm just going to interject really quickly and say, when you're doing this yourself, guys, feel free to put in a circle if you need to get your canter back, and also play around with your strides. You don't have to do it exactly on the same strides I've done. So just, yeah, play around. Whatever is best for you and your horse is absolutely fine. So overall, I'm actually really impressed with this exercise. Not gonna lie, it's quite tricky, and the footage I have put in this vlog, I know, even though I've not watched it, I know it is not the smoothest and it's not the most flattering, but it's a good representation of what it's going to look like for you guys. I mean, you'll probably smash it, you'll probably do a lot better, but this is my first ever time setting anything like this up. Like I said, I like got the inspiration off of the internet and kind of thought, how can I like expand that and just get a few more jumps involved. But what I'm going to do is leave the jumps out here. I'm going to bring Dee and Jam out and do them. And then next week, I'm going to come out and do it all again with them. So maybe I'll make that a second vlog. If you guys have enjoyed this, let me know. Like, if you find this boring, that's fine. Like, just let me know. But if you found it quite interesting, what I might do is film bringing Dee and Jam out for the first time and then film them in a week's time and see what the progression was like. Just because I think it's going to be one of those exercises, if you do it 3 weeks on the trot, you're going to start to feel a lot better doing it. Like, it's going to look a lot smoother and hopefully you'll see a massive improvement. So fingers crossed that's what I'll see. So if you want that to be a follow-up vlog, I am more than happy to film that for you guys, but equally, if that's not really floating your boat, that's my floating action. If that doesn't float your boat, then feel free to just comment saying, nah, that's fine. Last thing to say is, these gloves are really distracting me, that is not the last thing. Last thing to say is, if you enjoyed me kind of just setting up this random exercise and testing it out, let me know, because I'm quite keen on starting this as a series, and basically I can like just do any exercises I have in my head, any ones you guys suggest, and I can literally just test them out for you, and we can decide together if they're worth doing or if they're rubbish. Have we just had a challenge? Oh my word, have I just started like a challenge series? I may well have done. You guys might hate the idea, but we'll see. So comment down below if you like the idea of that. I would rate this challenge overall, I'm going to give it an 8.5, so quite high, because although it was very difficult and it made you feel a little bit messy, I actually think it's super useful. I think you learn a lot from it, and I think it really challenges you and the horse, which is kind of what you want out of an exercise. So for my first at-home exercise with Meg, I rate it an 8.5. Diamond jumping, what do I call it, a diamond square, 8.5 for the diamond exercise. Woo! Okay, there's like loads of things I've asked you to comment down below, but I'm just trying to get your feedback. Hope you enjoyed watching this, guys. Make sure you head over to the Challenge Social app if you want to give it a go and you want me to see your response. I will try to comment back on them and yeah, just say what I think really. I'm sure you guys are going to do a lot better job. So head over there, links in the description. If you can't do that, if you're outside the UK, then feel free to try this. Pop it on Instagram, tag me, hopefully I'll see it. Like, tag me in the comments, tag me in the actual video you put up. And I think that's everything. I hope you've enjoyed watching, guys. Make sure you leave the comment, make sure you like, hit that bell button, and please subscribe, because I'm getting really close to 50,000 subscribers and I can't wait. I'm really excited. Hope you enjoyed. Thank you for watching. See you very soon. Peace out. Can you believe that fell off exactly when I did the outro? That literally just fell off. Amazing. Amazing. That was weird. Anyway, bye.